Hello, my name is John Kelton and I'm with Control Data Corporation. I will be presenting the Broadcast Inspection Feedback System Printer Training Review. And the Printer Training Review is intended as a refresher and not as a complete training comprehensive course. On my left is located the P300, or the 300 line a minute printer, and on my right is the MVP, or 150 line a minute printer. Now let's take a look at the 300. Located here is the operator panel, or control panel. And located here is the on-off power switch. Now let's take a look at the inside of the printer. Here is the forms thickness or platen lever, the tractor, another tractor, forms advancement lever, and the top of forms dial. This is the ribbon and its spool, and decals are located inside showing you how to change the ribbon and how to set top of forms. There are 3 steps in operating the printer. First, loading paper. Second, setting top of forms. And third, changing the ribbon. Now let's go into loading the paper for the 300. Before loading paper, make sure the forms thickness lever or platen lever is in the up position, which is located on the left of the printer. After doing so, locate the paper in front of the printer and insert the paper up into the printer until it comes out the top. Then grab a hold of the paper and hold on to it and open the tractor doors and adjust the tractors if necessary by loosening this knob and adjusting the tractor. Then insert the paper into this tractor by fitting the holes of the paper over the sprockets of the tractors. Then close the tractor door and repeat the same process for the other tractor. Then tighten down the knob on the tractor. And that completes loading paper. Now we're ready to set top of forms. Before setting top of forms, be sure the platen lever or forms thickness lever is left in the up position. In order to set top of forms, you advance the forms advancement knob with paper moving up until the perforation lines up with the top of forms indicator. Being sure the top line of the indicator aligns with the perforation. After doing that, then you're ready to set the top of forms dial. In order to do so, pull out on the dial and turn the dial until the white indicator lines up with the pointer. Being careful not to move paper. After that, move the dial so paper travels downward until the indicator has traveled 1 complete revolution. After that, you adjust the platen lever for the desired forms thickness, and that completes setting top of forms. After setting top of forms, close the lid Press the check light if necessary to extinguish the light, and press the online button. The printer is now ready to print. The third item I'd like to show you is changing ribbon. Before changing ribbon, make sure the forms thickness lever or platen lever is in the up position. In order to change the ribbon, grasp the spools with the ribbon in it, lifting up off the spools, and carefully remove the ribbon from the printer. After you've done so, you can discard the old ribbon. Then you're ready to put on a new ribbon. As I told you in training, there will probably be a ribbon located inside the printer. Take the ribbon out, unroll it, insert the ribbon on one spool while holding the other spool in the other hand, and carefully guide the ribbon around the guideposts and on this side of the foil, and around the guideposts over on this side, and onto the other spool. This is the foil I was telling you about. Make sure the ribbon goes on this side of the foil. After you've done so, tighten the ribbon, ensuring that the ribbon hasn't twisted or is not going to jam up. Then you're ready to close the platen lever. Now let's take a look at the MVP or 150. Located here is the operator's panel, and in the rear of the printer is an on-off power switch. Now let's take a look at the inside of the printer. Here is the tractor, as on the 300, another tractor, the forms advancement knob, the platen lever, or forms thickness lever, the ribbon spool, and a ribbon spool here. Also is a ribbon decal loading procedure, and a decal here for setting top of forms. In addition, there is an operator's panel inside the printer with the digital data display, which is used for setting top of forms. The three items for operating the printer are loading paper, setting top of forms, and changing ribbon. Now, let's go into loading the paper. To load paper, locate the box of paper in front of the printer, and before loading paper, make sure the platen lever or forms thickness lever is in the up position. Take the paper, feed it into the printer until it comes out the top. Then take the paper, open the tractor doors, and fit the holes of the paper over the sprockets on the tractors. Then close the tractor door and repeat the same process for the other side. If necessary, loosen this lever to adjust the tractor in order to fit the paper onto the sprockets, making sure the paper is equal in height on both sides of the tractors. Then close the tractor door and lock down the tractor lever, making sure the paper is not buckling or that it is not too tight. Now we're ready to set top of forms. Before setting top of forms, be sure the form's advancement lever or platen lever is in the up position. Otherwise, you won't be able to turn the form's advancement knob. Please do not turn the knob unless the form's advancement lever is in the up position. After you've loaded paper and the platen is in the up position, you rotate the knob until the pointer, top of forms pointer on the tractor lines up with the perforation. Then close the platen lever or form thickness lever to the correct form thickness setting. Then press check on the inside operator's panel so that the light quits flashing. Then press second function so the light comes on. Then press TOF while holding down second function so the TOF light comes on. Then release TOF and then release second function. Be sure not to release second function until you release TOF. Then press TOF so the forms advances to the next page and you're at top of forms. That completes setting top of forms. After setting top of forms, close the lid, press RDY on the operator's panel so that the light quits flashing and stays on. And after that, the printer is ready to print. If after following these steps that I've shown you today, you're unable to get the printer to operate correctly, then call the Master Console operator at 2423. This completes the printer training for the Broadcast Inspection Feedback System.